Fala aí, rapaziada, como é que vocês estão? Eu sou o Bruno Borges.
E eu sou Gabriel Souza e nós somos a Brasil Bodybuilding News.
Rapaziada, e vamos começando os temas do vídeo de hoje falando rapidinho sobre o brasileiro Eric Wildberger. O Eric que ontem à noite postou essa atualização do seu shape nas redes sociais. E hoje ele estaria aí competindo em um Pro Show nos Estados Unidos em busca da qualificação para o Mr. Olympia do ano que vem. Isso porque o Eric já está classificado para o Olympia desse ano, que acontece no próximo fim de semana. O evento aí que o Eric ia competir hoje já aconteceu às prévias pela manhã e o brasileiro entrou no primeiro confronto, mas infelizmente o Eric acabou ficando fora da disputa pelo top 2 nas prévias. Até a gravação desse vídeo não tinha saído muitas imagens de melhor qualidade, por isso a gente usou essas postagens aqui que saíram no Instagram da NPC apenas para noticiar isso para vocês. Bora ficar de olho nas finais e ver se o Eric consegue chegar melhor e quem sabe conseguir tentar figurar nessa disputa de top 2. Pay-per-view oficial do Mr. Olympia para o Brasil. O link está aqui na descrição.
Falando em Class Physique, o Ramon DINO está impressionando, até mesmo quem vê o seu shape todos os dias em atualizações. Recentemente, seu coach, o Aceto, foi ver pessoalmente o físico do Ramon e as reações do Aceto foram legais demais. Aceto basicamente ficou a todo momento que o Ramon posava, falando que ele estava fantástico e afirmando várias vezes que esse é o melhor Ramon de todos os tempos, falando várias e várias vezes, the best, the best. Ele também falou que a cintura do Ramon está tão fina como a de um atleta biquíni, ou seja, quanto mais a cintura estiver fina, mais a ilusão de dorsais largas vai aparecer, algo que é ponto forte do Sebum e que o Ramon martelou bastante nesta preparação, ficar com um aspecto de shape mais largo. Mas enfim, rapaziada, pelo bom humor do Aceto, parece que o Ramon está no melhor shape da sua carreira e vai chegar forte na briga pelo título, rapaziada. Eu tô ansioso demais para ver esse novo shape do Ramon, e vocês também estão? Acham que chegou o ano do Ramon ser o top 1 superando o Sebum? Querem ver o Ramon DINO destruindo a confiança do Wesley Vissers? Deixem suas opiniões nos comentários e bora pro próximo tema.
Rapaziada, e vamos finalizando os temas do vídeo de hoje com uma notícia que não é muito legal. Foi anunciado hoje que o mutante americano Nick Walker está fora do Mr. Olympia de 2024. O Nick, em mais um ano, vai perder o Mr. Olympia. Em 2023, foi por causa de uma lesão no posterior, nas semanas finais, e desta vez o motivo foi diferente. Ele e o seu coach Matt JENSEN apareceram em recente vídeo comentando sobre o caso e disseram que simplesmente o corpo do Nick Walker não estava respondendo nessa preparação e que se ele competisse, mostraria um shape muito inferior ao que vinha apresentando nos últimos tempos. Então eles optaram aí que o melhor para a carreira do Nick era descansar esse shape e não arriscar competir no Olympia com um físico longe do seu auge, que faria ele perder posições e perder a moral que tem no cenário. Uma notícia bem chata para os fãs da categoria Open, afinal Nick, querendo ou não, é um dos melhores Opens do mundo, e é sempre muito da hora ver ele ao lado dos melhores do mundo também. Mas agora, as chances do nosso brasileiro RAFAEL Brandão figurar no top 5 do Olympia sobem ainda mais. Confiram aí alguns trechos do pronunciamento do Matt JENSEN e do Nick Walker com legendas automáticas do YouTube.
Afternoon, October 3rd. This is not a video that we wanted to make, especially after the video that Nick had to make last year, but we made the decision this week for Nick to be not competing in this year's Olympia. It was a hard decision. Obviously, this has been a very hard few weeks for us. And just to be really what we want to do in this video, guys, is just be truly transparent with you and honest with you about where Nick's been at and you know, what the decisions that we made that made us come to this decision, or the thought processes. But honest truth is that Nick right now, in terms of his body, in terms of the bodybuilder that you guys know, his body is just not there. You know, and I've been wrestling with this for a couple weeks. Obviously, Nick and I have had very intentional conversations, but we feel that it's best for not only himself, his career, what's most important, but also for the Olympia, for the current physique that Nick has, to not be represented on the Olympia stage. You know, and we did, I want to say that we did everything in our power this year to get him on stage, but at the same time, I know full and well, Nick knows full and well the type of physique that can be represented, and it's just not there. You know, so we can go into the, you know, the X, Y's, and Z's of why we think that his physique isn't there. I don't really think that all of that is super important, but what I do think is important is that you have a bodybuilder that's been meticulous in everything that he's done since before 2019. Him and I started working together in 2018. And I just think that the honest truth to the reason why his body's not where it needs to be is his physique's just tired. You know, Nick has had a lot of things happen in his life the past few years, and it seems like, and we've talked a lot about this, but it seems like he operated very well in chaos, and his body operated very well in chaos. And over the past 8 months, Nick has done a lot of things to improve not only the quality of his life, but also to go back and kind of fix and mend relationships and just be a better person, be a better human. And it seems like now that he's done that, his body is just finally just like releasing all this tension and stress and turmoil that he's been carrying around for a long time. And it's just throwing out the brakes and saying, hey, like, now's not the time, you know? So we've done our best to get him in shape, to try to force him into shape. And, you know, I woke up, Monday morning? I woke up Monday morning and I just said, you know, today's the day. We just have to face the music in the sense that this just isn't the year. You know, and again, guys, this is, it's hard. You know, it's very hard because going back to last year, Nick had a physique that was so good that nobody got to see. And that's the physique that I'm really being overly critical and judging where he's at this year. And I just know that he's not there. You know, so rather than exposing him and us having to go through the backlash, and here's the thing too, I'm going to say this on Nick's behalf and on my behalf, this isn't a pride decision that we're afraid to fail.
I mean, it's pretty much like you said, you know, this is probably the hardest decision, you know. Obviously last year with the injury, that was one thing, but, you know, I felt I was in a very good spot going into this prep, how I felt, and I guess, you know, like what Matt said, I think I operate better in chaos. And coming here for the Olympia prep, I truly felt relaxed. You know, I felt okay. And I guess my body did too. And my body just said, I need a break. I need to relax. And that was it. You know, and I think a lot of the stress that I, you know, endured over the past year just kind of caught up. And this prep obviously did not go the way we wanted it to, and it sucks because this is the second year in a row that I gotta miss the Olympia that I worked so hard for. You know, and there's so many things that come into play because it's like, all I want to do is win the Olympia for myself and be Matt's first Olympia winner, you know, Open Olympia winner. And it's another year I gotta fucking miss it. And it sucks, but, you know, I refuse to step on stage anything less than my best. And I'm still, in my mind, the third best bodybuilder in the world because that's where I left. And with the way I was looking, it just wasn't gonna be that way. So we made a very hard decision and said, look, you know, this isn't your best package. This is certainly not going to be what we want to present on stage. And we need to let my body chill and rest and regroup, you know, and just kind of figure out the next plan